Hello! In this video I'm going to show you the new functionality of the selectable main list. It's new functionality, but you don't have to change anything in any configuration. This functionality will show automatically after the upcoming update in all solutions. To show you what's new, let's have a look at the current situation first. So here's a main list of organizations, and I can search here, for example, all organizations in Rotterdam, and from the list I can open one of these organizations. On the organization card there are buttons, for example this one to deactivate the organization, and once it's no longer active I can click the activate button. The button itself changes the status of this checkbox here. So once the organization is active, I have something else configured here, and that's a print layout. So I can print the organization card here using an HTML layout. And I configured that I can only print the organization details when the organization is active. So if I deactivate the organization, I can no longer print this organization card to the printer. So that's the current configuration I have for this organization. But you can do that only for that one organization. So let me show you what's new here. As you can see in the list, you can see which organizations are active, and what's new is this button on the top right here. By clicking this button, the main list will transform into a selectable list, and using the mark all checkbox on top here you can check or uncheck all the lines in the result here. The rest of the screen works as the same. So let me search for Rotterdam again, and I only want to see active organizations here. We search and there is the search result, 3 organizations in Rotterdam. Now from that box here on the top I can select one of the buttons that would normally be in the screen of that organization. So let me select deactivate, and in the list I can click one of the lines and then execute that method. And just as I would have clicked the button, the organization is updated and it's gone from the list because I filtered on active only. Now if I would run block, then you would see that the status of that checkbox changes here. And since it's blocked already, I cannot run block for that line anymore. So I can only select the top line here. Now if I would select the unblock method, then you can see I can only select the lower line here, and the mark all checkbox only works on that line. So here I can unblock it again, and if I would select block again here, now I can select both lines together and run that method and block both organizations in one single action. And that's shown here in this list. I can select any of these available buttons, but I can only run that action if I would be able to run that action on the single organization card. Now, watch what happens if I select one of the print layouts here. Then the print button becomes active, and I can no longer click the execute button here. Now I can print those active organizations here. Let me remove that filter here, and as you can see, I can only check the checkbox of the active organization here. So again, there is a check that makes sure you can only print the same as you would do with a single organization here. So let's add the active filter again, and I can select all the lines in the result here. Using the print button, I can now print the results. As you can see, that's one organization card here, and the other organization card is below the dotted line. Now, if I would send the results to the printer here by clicking the print button, then you can see the dotted line is gone and each of the organization is printed on a single page. So the dotted line is replaced by a page break here. So using this, the selectable main list, you can select one or more organizations, one or more lines from the result, and you can execute any method here the same as you could while using the single card itself. And you can select a single print. You cannot select both at the same time, but you can select them consecutive. The results are automatically applied on the list here, and the results are automatically refreshed. And once you're done with the action, simply click the exit button here, and there you have just the regular main list as you are used to in the Silver Essence portal.